Hello. All right, another check-in in week 2, doing the reading. This is the second book of week 2. Forgotten Century of Prostitution by Richard Fleischman. Richard Fleischman, if you're watching this, you got me. This is not a good book. So here's the thing. It's self-published. I actually have nothing against self-published books. I think it's a reasonable path for people to take. It's faster, you retain more control. I have self-published books that I sell in different places. That's not enough. Even the fact that the cover was very obviously like AI generated wasn't enough to make me think, okay, this is not gonna be a good book. But this book is 250 pages and there is not a single citation. Not a single citation. So when you think about that, it's 250 pages of this guy just telling me what he knows about prostitution, and I just have to take his word for it. Even if you overlook the fact that it's flowery and repetitive and just not well written, to the point where I'm like, it might be AI written, but I think if it was AI written, it would have been a little less flowery and repetitive. The fact that it has no sources means that it's useless to me, basically. There is this page at the very end, like not even a full page, that says selected sources, where he mentions some books. But the first sentence says, the research and interpretations in the Forgotten Century of Prostitution draw upon a wide body of primary and secondary scholarship across history, sociology, gender studies, and visual culture. And then he names like 10 books. Some of which I know, the rest of which I looked up, a lot of which are like they're not recent, a couple of them are not focused on prostitution. Like, I don't know. And it says, this selection, though necessarily limited. It wasn't necessarily limited, dude. Cite your sources. Cite your sources, because now I just basically listened to you talk. So I read the book cover to cover, Richard. And I listened to you talk about prostitution, and not once did you back up anything you said with an outside source. So just like an unsourced family tree, yep, there it is. And it's, I'm not going to return it. You can see I put a couple tabs in it. This is where I thought, okay, maybe it'll start to get interesting. And then I highlighted, I think, a sentence, but I wouldn't return it anyways, because buyer beware. It's what I get for buying books based on the title. So yeah, little cautionary tale for you with the week 2 reading.